How you doing, guys? Dr. Thompson here with Exemplify Health Center, your wellness way right here in Yorkville, Illinois. Hope you guys are having a great Wednesday. I was just actually sent this article. This article is going to absolutely blow you out of the water because you haven't seen it yet. And it actually is being reported as of yesterday. So this is actually a brand new scientific article that's going to blow you away in regards to why people get sick with COVID-19 and why people are asymptomatic. Now, hold on a second. Let me see if I can share this video to a couple of pages. And I'm going to show you again why the science says why some people get sick and why some people don't when it comes to COVID-19. So let me change this to here. All right. Good. And now make sure that you share this because, guys, this is, in fact, science. And it's going to actually affirm what we've actually been saying for the longest time. And it's going to affirm why you don't need to be so fearful of this virus. Let me share it to one other. Got it. Okay. All right. So I actually want to thank a patient for sending this to me. So we got some awesome patients. Kelly is her name. And she had sent this to me in one of our pages, our Exemplify Healthy Families group. Awesome study from Standford University. I'm going to show the study to you in just a second, but it's going to show you what we have been saying all along when it comes to the immune system and why people are asymptomatic and why some people aren't. All right. So before we do that, guys, thanks for joining us. Marlene, how you doing? Brooke, thank you for joining us. Carrie, thank you for joining us. Jolene, thank you for joining us from the wonderful state of South Dakota. South Dakota, enjoying awesome freedom. All right, so I want to show you this article. The title of the article, which is actually from yesterday, is this. Let me show it to you. And I'm actually going to bring this up full size so you guys can actually see this. Here is the title. Guys, make sure that you share this, okay? Because this is science. This is a study. This is Standford University. It does not fit the current narrative. However, it's actually science that we all knew all along. So the topic of it is study reveals the immune system deviations in severe COVID-19 cases. I don't want to call these deviations. You should actually call them insufficiencies. So here's what they say. A Stanford study shows that in severely ill COVID-19 patients, first responder immune cells, remember that, first responder immune cells, which should react immediately to signs of viruses or bacteria in the body, instead respond sluggishly. Now, what they're saying is that instead of sluggishly, okay, because they don't respond sluggishly, there's just not enough of these cells inside the body. So it's not like they're not responding. It's actually you just don't have enough of the cells in order to mount a proper first responder immune system response, also known as the innate immune system. So guys, everybody is talking right now about adaptive immune system, antibodies. We need a vaccine in order to have antibodies. But actually your first line of defense are your barriers, and your first line of defense are these innate immune system cells, okay? So let's further read this article because this is going to blow you out of the water. Guys, please make sure that you share this. Here's what it says. Some people get really sick from COVID-19. Others don't. Nobody knows why. We know exactly why. So now a study by investigators at Stanford University School of Medicine and other institutions has turned up immunological deviations and lapses that appear to spell the difference between severe and mild cases of COVID-19. Now watch. The difference may stem from how our evolutionary ancient innate immune system responds to SARS-CoV-2, the virus that causes the disease. It's not a disease, it's an infection. Now, this is found in all creatures from fruit flies to humans. The innate, remember that, the innate immune system rapidly senses viruses and other pathogens. As soon as it does, it launches an immediate, though somewhat indiscriminate attack on them. Now, it also mobilizes a more precisely targeted but slower to get moving sharpshooter cells belonging to a different branch of the body's pathogen defense forces called the adaptive immune system. So what they are saying is they are saying that the reason why these people get sick is because they have insufficiency of the innate immune system. So an insufficiency. Now, one of the things in this whole entire cell or this whole entire study is they actually go on to say they don't actually name the cells. So they don't name the cells. So they don't give away too much information. But here's the gist of this article. The gist of the article is saying those people that can overcome this infection with no problems actually have a stronger innate immune system response than those people who get severely ill. So if you don't have a strong innate immune system response, that infection can continue to get worse and worse and worse before the adaptive immune system has time in order to mount up an antibody response to be able to tag virally infected cells and then to have those cancer-killing cells called CD8 cells helped by CD4 cells to help them start to kill off the virally infected cells. And that can take some time. So the problem is that what you're seeing is that you're seeing people that are getting massively infected and they're trying to rely on the adaptive immune system in order to take care of it, but that takes time. So what are they talking about when they talk about this innate immune system? Okay, well, I'm going to show you the exact cells that you need sufficiency on why people have a proper immune system response and they overcome this very easily versus people that it actually kills. So the thing is that they don't even talk about how you can actually test this. They just leave it kind of wide open. So I want to talk to you about this test, the test that we have been testing people, the immune system panel, that will actually see if you do in fact have immune system sufficiency. And in fact, if you need to protect yourself, and in fact, if you need to be wearing a mask, because the reality is are there some people who do? Yes, because they have an insufficient innate immune system response. So I want you to think about it. If you get tested, you have an insufficient innate immune system test, it shouldn't be, I need to wear a mask the rest of my life. It should be, hey, what do I need to do in order to provide innate immune system sufficiency so that I can now start to handle any kind of virus? Can you imagine if we actually talked about this in March? And if you are saying, get your immune system tested, and then if it is low, all right, let's be safe, let's wear a mask, but then let's start working on building that innate immune system response so that you can build these things up and you don't have to be sheltering in place, wearing a mask, being scared, being fearful, and hurting and ruining your immune system response even more. So guys, this has been going on for 5 months, yet no one has talked about how to build a healthy innate immune system response. Guys, do me a favor, please share this, because what I'm going to go over with you right now is the actual test that Stanford University was actually talking about how to actually measure to see if you have sufficiency of the innate immune system and also if you have sufficiency of the adaptive immune system, okay? Here is what they are talking about when they are talking about having a sufficient innate immune system response, what they actually call a sluggish. Remember this, it's not sluggish. The cells are not sluggish. It's just that you don't have enough of them to be able to clear out that viral load. This is the one right here. So if you guys see this right here, this is called your absolute natural killer cells. So the absolute number, the total number of natural killer cells. Now you're going to say, well, what on earth are natural killer cells? Natural killer cells are part of your innate immune system that are designed to be the first responders to any kind of viral infection. They also are involved with cancer cell, killing cancer cells and things like this. But these are the cells that are literally designed to seek and destroy at all times any cell that flags itself as foreign. So if you have a virally infected cell, it's going to flag itself as foreign, and it will start to digest, it will start to kill and start to eat that cell, okay? So absolute natural killer cells. So let's look at where this person is. This is the one we just got back a couple of days ago. So her absolute natural killer cells are at 185, and the range is from 24 to 406. So you can see that she's having an okay response when it comes to her natural killer cells. And then when you look at what are known as CD4 cells and look at CD8 cells, now this is more of the adaptive immune system. The CD4 cells are the generals that are coordinating the adaptive immune system response, and the CD8 cells are the other soldiers that are coming in and saying, hey, where are these things flagged? Let's go ahead and kill any kind of cancer cell or any kind of virally infected cell. And this is going to be the backup. So if you look at hers, you can actually see that her absolute CD4 helper cells, you can actually see that those are low. So you can see those are low in comparison to where they should be at on a normal lab. And the absolute CD8 cells, you can see at 247, low end is 109. So you can see that this person, when it comes to her natural killer cells, her CD4 cells, her CD8 cells, you can see that like clearly they are on the low end. So does she need some immune system support? Absolutely. But she's not deficient. So the whole goal is that what are we doing in order to help raise that immune system response? First, you must look at and say, what is causing the immune system to not have sufficiency? Number one. Number two, what can we do in order to help get that immune system back up to sufficiency? So whether it's cancer cells, whether it's COVID-19, whether it's any kind of bacterial or viral infection, these people have the ability to be able to clear out and be able to handle these infections. In fact, how do you build immune system? You build an immune system by constant exposure. You do not build an immune system by constantly wearing a mask, putting on hand sanitizer, living in fear, sheltering in place, because you are not teaching that immune system how to have a proper immune system response. I don't know if this is going to get flagged. I don't know if it's going to get taken down. I have no idea. So make sure you share it before it gets taken down. This guy's Stanford University actually just said the reason why, and this is actually going to be published, I believe, today in the medical journal known as Science. But you can actually find where this study is actually at. Just type in Stanford Medical Center and look at what they talk about COVID-19. So they say the first responder cells are insufficient. So it's time to get the first responder cells back up to sufficiency so that we can stop living in fear and we can get back to having a normal life. This needs to happen yesterday. So guys, please, 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 if you can, please share this. Please like this. Please comment. If you're watching it on replay, make sure you watch it on replay. Guys, it's all about the innate immune system, and it's about providing sufficiency. It has there's no purpose of living in fear. It's really about strengthening the body to fit the environment and not trying to weaken the environment to fit the body. So work on making yourselves strong. Again, this is Dr. Nate Thompson with Exemplified Health Center. We will see you guys very soon. Hope you guys have an awesome day. Be well.